Hey guys, this time we're going to build this simple application using plain HTML, JavaScript, and RxJs. Okay, so this is a search bar that is going to allow us to search through repos using the GitHub URL. So I have a similar example using Angular with RxJs, of course, but I wanted to do something different, and I really never thought about using RxJS with plain HTML and JavaScript, but well, here we are. So let's say RxJS inside this search bar. It takes a second. Okay, maybe we could add later a spinner, or you can add it. It's pretty simple. And if we click here, check repo, it opens in another tab, and we can see the actual GitHub page. So that's it. And also I have this little image. So let's see where I got that, because I already have it inside. I just built something. It's ouchpix, I think it is. Ouch. So let me show you where I got that before we start, because I got, is this image. So let's ungroup this. I will start using a little bit more Adobe XD in order to add those details. So this is the image that I downloaded, and I just added these shapes. Okay, pretty simple to do, and we just export them. Something similar at what we did in the other example about the landing page. So this one is, let's go, is Ginger Cat. Okay, so we have this. Okay, you can download any one. You can click one, download illustration, and well, they have free trial for this one. And let's see if I can find what I am using. So, and they added. Okay, so this is the free trial. They changed this, so you just click here. Let's say you download it. I already have it inside my downloads. You just copy this link and add it. So, but since I'm showing you the page, so I'm not going to add that actually. So you can just go there and do it. So I went to Adobe XD and I said, imported this image, added all that, and group it. So these shapes are built with the pen tool. Just some random shapes to give some, So we hit export down here and select it. So this will export, and we will use SVG, and this will go into my desktop. Okay, so if I hit export, it's going to tell me I already have that. So let's replace, and we are ready with the image. So I'm not going to save anything. Discard, sorry. And let me just close this. I have the code, okay, because I changed something. And you can see here I have the group SVG1. And you can see the image that we just have, okay? So that is just if you wanted to get this image, because sometimes I don't show that, but I will try to show it now. And let's actually code this. So let's start with the setup. So we're going to create a new folder. We're going to call it a search bar HTML YouTube, and we need to get inside that folder. We create a new index.html. Yep. We create a new main.css. and we're going to create a new functions.js file. So we have that, and just let me see what I have. Yes, I thought I created a folder, but no, I just dropped this one inside. So let's drop that, and we have all that we need. Just give me a second. So I have the code. Okay, so let's open this one in code, and let's see, it opens on my screen again. And let's start with the, once this loads. Okay, so I already have the what the hell is this? HTML. I already have emmet, so I just hit tab and we have this. So let's say search. Not there, but I thought this was selected. Where the hell am I? Okay. Search bar with RxJs. Let's just say that. This should be like this, okay? And save it. Why is this? Well, I don't know. So, sorry, every time I start to record something, my freaking cell phone sounds. Okay, just let me mute this. Give me a second. Okay, and we can start. So I have a div there, but I'm not using that. So let's say header. So let's make all the setup, everything that we need, and then start with the best part, that is RxJS with JavaScript. So right now we are just going to place everything inside, so we have the look of the, so let me show you. So we have everything like this. So if we close this, you can see that it's going to show no repos to display, and let me say React. Just wait a second, and it's going to search again. So you can see that this doesn't break, this doesn't display an error. So let me just close, well, yeah, let me just close that one. Let me just dispose the other instance, and let's keep working with this. So I'm just going to copy and paste all this. No, I don't want that. Okay, so let's go to view, toggle word wrap, and we have the H1, that is HTML search bar with RxJS, and look for repos using the search box and click the go to button. But well, this is not a button, it's a link, but you can change that. That's just some minimum details that are not important for the application to work, but of course are UX details that you need to address in case you are building some application that is going to go to the public. So now we're going to add below here the image that we have. Let's say image, that's source, and we add the group 1 SVG. So let's save this, and I already have the live server. Let me show you. Okay, live server. So just inside extensions, go to live server and just install this one. You will need, I think, to restart VS Code, but that is not a big deal. So we are ready. Okay, let's go live. And okay, it opens, and you can see what we have. Right now we're going to work on Edge, just so we don't have to open any other instance of Chrome while we are doing just the setup and the styling. So let's go to main. So we create this main tag, and inside I'm going to create a div with a form. This is just an input. Okay, we type search and ID search bar. We're going to address this one using a JavaScript. Sorry, this is the ID. and we're going to use RxJs in order to grab the event. Okay, so that's why this is not going to be quite semantically correct, but this is not a big deal with this kind of applications. And now we're going to add below this div a paragraph with ID message that it says no repos to display, and it's going to show when the search is empty. And below that, we're going to need a place where we can place all the repos that the GitHub URL responds. So ID repos container as a URL, the GitHub API repos container. So this one is going to contain all the repos that come from the API. So we have this. Let's take a look at how it looks. Okay. Let me just do this. And you can see below here we have the search and the no repos to display. So let's continue now. So let me just go here and say RxJs CDN. So the one I'm using, okay, it's not showing here. Disclosure. So let me see. Maybe they have a CDN here on the, but if not, I will leave the CDN in the description so you can get that. I always forget to bookmark those. So okay, let's just add it. So let's close this and let's just add. So I will leave this one below in the comments, okay? Or you can just copy that. So this one is the RxJS code, okay, that is going to allow us to get the events and use certain functions that allow us to create this more reactive application. Just give me a second. I have a, okay, just let me grab this. Sorry, okay, just let me grab the functions JS because for some reason I have jQuery there, but we don't need that as I recall. So let's just get the functions JS that we have here. Okay, we just add that and everything should work fine. Okay, so no changes. Let's just close this one and actually go to Chrome. And this one is on, let me just see the port on which we are. Okay, you can see the port here, 5500. So let's say HTTP localhost 5500. And you can see how this looks. Now let's go and add a few things that we need for the styles. So let's go up here and I'm going to use, of course, we need to link our main CSS, and I'm going to use a Helacio font from Google Fonts. Now we can start working inside the main.css. So let's make all this pretty quick. We have the body, font family Helacio, and padding margin 0, position relative, and the background is white, and overflow X. Okay, let me just remove this one so I can show you something. The header, just copy that and paste it with 60%, padding top 120 pixels, margin 0 auto, display flex, so the image and the, as you can see, the div that contains these two elements is going to be inside the header with display flex. So they're going to be like this, but we are going to change it in a second. We're going to add some styling to those. So let me just grab these three styles. So header div h1, font size 65, line height 65, and uppercase for the text transform. The header div paragraph is width 400 pixels and font size 18 pixels. Let me just remove that space. Header image is a width of 55% and minimum width of 400 pixels. So you can see how this looks now. Okay, side to side. And you can even change the space around or whatever, but let's just leave it like that. Let's go with the main. So main margin top and bottom 100 pixels. Okay, let me just mark that. Text align center and the border left, just to add something. Okay, you can see we have this. So we can mark where the section starts. Just a simple detail that we have there. So the repos container is going to be margin top 90 pixels. Again, it's going to be display flex, flex wrap, and justify content center and align items center. So right now we are not going to see that because this is empty. It's below here, but it's empty. So we have a few more items there. So div class item, as you can see. Okay, so we're going to address the item inside the repos. So that's why we don't have this. So with 20%, padding 10 pixels and margin 10 pixels, border radius 10, and a little shadow. Let's grab the next two. So this is not a full CSS course or anything like that. So this is just in order to display how to work with RxJs inside HTML and plain JavaScript. So div item image inside that is going to be with 100%, and div item paragraph is going to be font size 20, text align center, and we're going to break every word when the space is not enough. The form input now, border none, padding 20 pixels, border radius 10, and width 30%, minimum width 300 pixels, and margin left is 10 pixels. Why do I have that? I don't know. So let's just remove this one. Okay, and we can see how it looks. Okay, because this is a search. Let's take a look at this. This is a type search. It adds this icon. Okay, that when we click it, that X is going to remove or clear the input. And the message that we have here, no repos to display, is going to have the next style, which is margin top 60%, display block, font size 20, and color this kind of grayish color. And you can see we have everything now, but the application is still not working. So we're going to move to functions.js and continue working inside this in the next video.